Unit 5, Brainstem. In this lecture, we will introduce three components of brainstem: midbrain, pons, and medulla. And we will briefly describe the functions of brainstem. The three components of brainstem are midbrain, pons, and medulla. Midbrain is also called mesencephalon. It is the most superior part of the brainstem. Pons is the middle part of the brainstem. Medulla is the most inferior part of the brainstem. The full name of medulla is medulla oblongata, but nowadays people just call it medulla or medulla. Let's begin with midbrain. On this slide, starting from the left, we are looking at the anterior view, posterior view, and mid-sagittal view of the brainstem. The brainstem is about 2 cm in length. The brainstem connects pons and cerebellum with the forebrain. So, on the middle picture, you can see on the right side, the cerebellum is still attached to the brainstem. On the left side, the cerebellum has been cut. This is to show how the midbrain connects the cerebellum with the forebrain. Midbrain is traversed by cerebral aqueduct. On the right-hand side, you can see the mid-sagittal section of the brainstem. So you can see the cerebral aqueduct in the fourth ventricle. This picture shows the anterior view of the midbrain. On the anterior view of midbrain, we need to be able to identify the interpeduncular fossa, which is the space between two cross cerebri. Cross cerebri are the two large columns, on the anterior aspect of midbrain. Here is the posterior view of the midbrain. On the posterior view of the midbrain, we can identify 4 colliculi. Colliculi is the plural form of colliculus. So you have 1 colliculus, 2 or 3 or 4 colliculi. So we have 2 superior colliculi and 2 inferior colliculi. The superior colliculi are related to the visual function, while the inferior colliculi are related to the auditory function. In addition to the 4 colliculi, on the posterior view and lateral view of the midbrain, we can also see medial geniculate body and lateral geniculate body. Here is the superior colliculus. Here is the inferior colliculus. Here is the lateral geniculate body. And here is the medial geniculate body. A structure called superior brachium connects superior colliculus to lateral geniculate body. So here is the superior colliculi and lateral geniculate body. And you can see the superior brachium that connects the superior colliculus with lateral geniculus. Now, while the superior brachium connects superior colliculus to lateral geniculate body, inferior brachium connects inferior colliculus to medial geniculate body. So here is the superior and inferior brachium. So the superior colliculus and lateral geniculate body are involved in the visual function, while the inferior colliculi and medial geniculate body are related to the auditory function. This is the mid-sagittal view of the left brain, so you can see the left brain stem. Now we are going to look at the transverse section of the midbrain. So for the transverse section, you have to imagine that you cut the brainstem on the transverse plane. So on this picture, the brainstem is cut at the level of superior colliculus. So it is cut on the transverse plane, but at the level of superior colliculus. Now this is the picture of the transverse section of the midbrain. And on the next picture, it is the drawing of the picture. So sometimes it's not clear to see the structures on the real picture. You can compare it with the drawing so you can identify the structure. So on the transverse section of the midbrain, we should be able to identify superior colliculus because this slide is cut at the level of superior colliculus. And you can see cerebral aqueduct, and you can see interpeduncular fossa. Okay, now on the level of superior colliculus, this is the level where you can find nucleus of oculomotor nerve. Okay, and you can also find substantia nigra.